to Channel 6 News. I'm Richard Grayson. Here with me is Jason Todd. Today, India is facing many population and migration problems.
In the 2011 census, it was estimated that India has reached the 1 billion mark of population, becoming the second most populous country in the world. It is predicted by 2025, India would surpass China in population and become the most populous country in the world. India is predicted to surpass China because of its high crude birth rate and decreasing crude death rate, which allows for natural increase rate. By 2050, it is predicted that India's population will stabilize.
So migration in India is also a problem facing many families. Immigration and emigration is affecting both the population in India and its economic style.
Hello and welcome, Richard. Is that you?
Who's Richard? I'm Baljeet. No relation.
Anyway, and what's your name?
Rajesh.
Interesting. So, what is India's arithmetic density?
Well, I think it's around 382 people per square mile.
Wow, that's a lot of people.
I know, right?
A lot of
Yes.
people. Lot of people.
How does that reflect on your families? I mean,
Well,
your jobs.
we're pretty poor.
I
As
can't.
you can see, I can only afford half a shoe.
I can't raise.
Uh,
I can't raise money for my family. I can't. This is my only shirt.
Wow.
I only have this white shirt.
Oh, that's too bad. What about the agricultural density? I mean, it must be high because of all the farmers trying to make a living.
Yes, that is right. India is very overpopulated and it surpasses its carrying capacity. And India is 3.3 million square kilometers in area compared to how much people it has to support.
And how many people is that
1
exactly?
billion.
Wow. So what about the farming in India?
Well, farming is advancing. We are the second most worldwide in farming output. It's very good for our economy.
What about the demographic transition?
Well, we are in stage 3, meaning we have a very, we are decreasing in crude births and decreasing in death rate. So it's very unlikely now to find a very big family. With a big family, it's harder to support.
Right.
Where'd your Indian accent go?
Where back then they used to have like 7 children, right? Where like probably 4 or 5 of them would die, leading to a low NIR, I believe, right?
Well, now our total fertility rate is around 2.4, and it's getting better from what we were before. Now everyone is more educated. Women are going to school. They are controlling how many children they want to have.
And that means that women are having less children because of, you know, all the work and school that they have to attend and do.
Yes, yes.
Right. So what do you think about the demographic transition? I mean, what your family has?
Yes, it does.
How many members?
Right now, I have 2 kids, but before it would have been 6, 7, 8. You know, we're
Like your
developing.
grandparents, right?
Yes, we're developing now. We're being able to afford supporting our family with smaller families.
Like
So the population pyramid today, what would it look like?
it would be very little. Old,
At the top.
be very little old people. Towards the middle, it's spread out more, and bottom would be more children. So, trying to convince someone who is more religious to their country, like ours is India, is very hard because they believe big family is better, and it's unlikely to convince them because they are less educated than how we are now.
6 News. I'm Richard, and here's Jason.
Thank you, Richard.
You're welcome. Migration in India is facing a problem for all families. The net migration is around negative 0.41, meaning that people are leaving the country, mainly for economic opportunities. This is a forced migration because people cannot support their families. Therefore, they send remittances from other developed countries. Therefore, Indian immigrants are mostly guest workers. Today we have an example of a tragic story of a young man trying to support his family, but falls short.
The day Thangavel left for Dubai was the last time his family would ever see him. He committed suicide in 2005 at his labour camp. His parents showed Al Jazeera a copy of his suicide letter.
I do this of my own free will. This is no one's fault. The reason is money. My financial problems are too much for me. I cannot make the repayments on my loan. I have a pain in my stomach, but I have no money for a doctor. I ask that my parents and sisters do not weep for me. Please divide my possessions between the family.
Thangavel had paid $1,200 to his agent. That's the equivalent of nearly 2 years' salary for the average Indian labourer. His family have had to take on the loan.
We still have not been able to repay the money that was borrowed. We will have to sell what land we own to settle the loan.
Thank you for watching Channel 6 News. Catch us on the next one, where we'll talk about China's population and migration.